age, it's like, oh, well, it's no big deal in Strawberry Fields. You know, it's always kind of kooky, and you know, you kind of, you know.
So, I guess first off, what kind of things does the store offer? Like in terms of what does it sell, or maybe also its environment and stuff?
Well, as far as, you know, the customer experience, I think that, you know, the store's always been a real kind of community center. And so we have customers that have been shopping here, you know, since we opened in 1974. And, you know, since that time, you know, we've kind of evolved into a full-service natural food store. But, you know, there's a lot of businesses that it's just very cut and dried, and you go in and you do it, and you leave, and then you have your life. But this business is very seductive in that it really becomes a part of the lives of a lot of people who have worked here.
Well, I think when I first moved to town, it was 1985, and Strawberry Fields used to be down on campus. It was in this kind of rundown building. That was my first experience with it, and I came from a teaching job in St. Genevieve, Missouri. It was a real small town, and when I first got here, that was one of the things I loved about this community. They had a lot of varied things you could do, and Strawberry Fields was big because it was a Whole Foods, organic store, and I used to kind of go down there a lot. And then when they moved over here recently, it was even better because I've been in Urbana almost the entire time I've lived here, and I always wanted to support local businesses. And this is a good place. I come here a lot of times on my little break from my one class to the other class, and I can run up here and get a coffee real fast and go back and teach my next class. So it's been a great business and a great asset to the community for a long time.
So you mentioned that it opened in 1974?
Yeah, 1974. It had kind of grew out of the demise of a co-op, and at the time the Pank system the original Pank system was the honor system, and you would go in and get your groceries and then kind of calculate up what you thought you spent and leave it in a basket by the door. And I think that was one of the reasons the original business kind of went out of business, because, you know, people's, either their math was wrong or their honesty was questionable. But it still, in its funny way, attracts, certainly amongst, you know, myself and my managers and my crew, you know, kind of a left of center, you know, sort of individual, you know, someone who's, you know, just a little, I wouldn't want to use the word off, but, you know, someone, a more, I guess, in the old days we would say, a more colorful individual, you know, which is fine. I think that our customers really appreciate that, and I certainly appreciate working with people who are so creative and so motivated and really very, very dedicated, you know, to the industry. Someone I met with yesterday from one of our distributors was in town, and he said, you know, your store has a real neighborhood feel to it, and that's really kind of unique. It's, you know, sometimes it feels a little rough around the edges. You know, I wouldn't mind, some painting getting done, you know, now and again. But it's something that I think a lot of people who live in Urbana and in Champaign too, you know, really identify with the community. And as it's been here now for 40 years, it's something that, you know, kind of becomes, you know, a real entrenched part of the community structure.
Oh.